Okay, you're at the Watchman Way, April 20th, 2020. 2020. Dow was down 592 points. It's like Bull Pony might be right on. We'll see what happens the next couple of days. This is ready to go, guys. Oil crashes. Oil ended up negative over $37 a barrel. Negative $37 a barrel. I'll get into it a little bit more. But you can't charge, you can't pay people to take your oil when it's costing you $50 a barrel to get it out of the ground. That's with shale. Maybe more than that. It's not looking good, guys. And that's a good thing. This isn't bad news. This is good news. This has to happen. And it's happening now. Silver was $15.50. Litecoin, $40.33. Gifts from God. Keep saying it. Take advantage that we're this late in the game and we have these prices. It's crazy. Yeah. If you told me that oil was negative $37 and Litecoin was still at 40, I'd say you were crazy. And less than 16 for silver, 15.50, crazy. Shouldn't be happening. Gift from God. Don't slap God. Accept his gifts. Buy as much physical silver and Litecoin as you can. You have to have assets outside the system if you're going to survive this financially. If you don't care, you don't mind being broke, you want to lose everything you worked for financially for the last, in some people's case, 40 or 50 years, go ahead. Don't do anything. Just sit there. Play the sheep. Go to the slaughter. If you want to protect yourself and your family, you want insurance against what's coming. And this is a mathematical certainty. This is not my opinion. The economy will not survive. Won't survive this year. I don't think it's going to survive this month. I think Bull Pony is right. Look for what happens in the next couple of days in the stock market, and then look what happens the rest of the year. This is over. The financial system is coming down. There's nothing that can stop it. God wants it to happen. It's happening. You're either prepared for it and you're going to thrive, or, you kind of go along with the flow and you're going to get what you get. I don't think anybody's going to starve. I think we may have very limited rioting. I don't think, I think if this is rolled out the way I expect it to roll out. Listen, when people find out what's coming, when they find out what the charges are against the swamp that's being drained right now, along with the economy coming down, people won't riot when Obama and Clinton get arrested. When they find out what they've done, when they find out what the charges are, when they find out what's on the videos and evidence, no one's going to riot, except to get into the prison to hang them, because they're going to realize maybe for the first time why the media has been attacking President Trump so viciously since the day he announced his candidacy. I mean, look at how he was treated up until then. He was very popular. The media loved him until he did something they didn't like, and carry it through and win the election. And the reason they've been screaming so loud is because they're part of the satanic pedophile network. Look up who. You have to understand this, you have to understand what happened at Epstein Island and what's been happening. Epstein worked for the CIA and Mossad. He ran honeypots at Pedo Island, his mansion in Florida, his mansion in New York City, his ranch in New Mexico. They were all wired. Everything that went on there was videotaped. There are thousands of hours of the most powerful people in the world sexually assaulting and torturing to death children on video. People like Hillary Clinton. And many, many, many more. The Pope went to Pedo Island. Don Lemon went to Pedo Island. Jake Tapper went to Pedo Island. Chris Cuomo went to Pedo Island. Start to get the picture? These people knew if they didn't take down President Trump, they were going to go to prison or be executed. And I think pretty clear now what's going to happen. We'll see how it plays out. This whole thing is going down. And, you know, that oil is negative $37 a barrel. And it's worse. I mean, basically, they got nowhere to store it. Nobody's driving. There's an oversupply of oil. And these guys who bought it in the futures markets and have to take delivery have nowhere to put it. That's causing the problem. You know, I guess you could say this was an administrative mistake, but the problem is, what happens next month? This has never happened before. It's never happened. And it's only going to get worse from here. Yeah. Cushing, Oklahoma is where they had to take delivery. No delivery, there's no space available. Nowhere to store it. Another Zero Hedge headline. Did Zuckerberg just expose big tech's real end game to oust POTUS? And basically they're talking about Facebook volunteering to act as kind of a reporting network to get people who think they might have symptoms, so then they can report them to the government so that we don't open too soon. Sound a little suspicious? They want this thing to go past the election. That's what the globalists want. They want to drag this out and hopefully cancel the election. And what does that do? It gives them more time to try and get POTUS out. If they can't beat them, they want to stall it, right? And drag it on as long as they can. It's not going to happen. The election will not be, not because of the virus. I mean, if something else happens, we talked about Nassara a little bit. Still, I'm not buying it. We'll see how it plays out. This thing's coming to an end, guys. It's just one thing after another. And I would have never thought that this, you know, the oil storage would be a big part of the problem. But it's a problem. Yeah. But basically what they think is they're going to be able to outmaneuver President Trump and make the case. They're still hoping that a lot of people are going to die from this. I mean, that's how sick these people are. And that they'll be able to make a case maybe that he opened up too early and that's why we lost a lot more people, and this isn't going to fly. This is, you know, it's a lame attempt to outmaneuver the president. It's not going to happen. President Trump's been ahead of him every step of the way. Um, they're finished. These are last gasp. We've been talking about every day. We're seeing something new where they're trying to get it in to have some kind of an angle to hurt him, and nothing they do works. Nothing they can do will work. This is over. This is a mathematical certainty. The economy is coming down. This isn't fear porn. This is knowledge. Virtually every economic indicator points to a financial collapse. No way to get around it, guys. Protect yourselves. Protect your financial future, your family's financial future. Yeah, the election, again, President Trump is here. Nothing's going to change that. He wins 90% of the vote in the 2020 election. No one's going to vote for pedophiles. Nobody's going to vote for that agenda when they find out what it is, what's really been going on. This whole thing is over. Yeah, and he's not going to let them drag it out to the election. That's not going to happen. 2 weeks later, another Zero Hedge headline. Most small businesses still haven't gotten bailout money. It's like 20% of small businesses who've applied have received funds. We'll see how it plays out. How much longer can this go on? There's no money. Nobody has any money. They can print more, but then we run into hyperinflation. This is coming down one way or another, guys. The quicker you get on board and protect yourselves, the better you're going to feel because, again, this could go down any day. I think for sure before the end of the month, but you have to be ready tomorrow. Small business owners sue Wells Fargo and Chase over virus loan debacle. It's good to see. They should be sued. I don't think anything's going to come of it. They're broke. If you win the lawsuit, you're not getting anything. And before it could get to court, I think this whole thing's going to be over with. Here's I think this was an editorial by Ron Paul, and it goes to show you. Well, you'll see. What if the lockdown was a giant mistake? Ron Paul rages they shouldn't be able to get away with this. Get away with what? Again, maybe I don't know how active he is right now in his research and what he's doing. On face value, he would be right. But you can't look at this situation on face value. You have to look at what's going on around the world. And when you look at what's going on around the world, with the economy, with the swamp, with the child sex trafficking, the drug trafficking, this stuff all has to end. I mean, the biggest moneymakers for our CIA is child sex trafficking and drug trafficking. That's our CIA. Their biggest moneymaker. CIA. This is all coming out. When this goes down, and I think, and there's really two issues here, guys. When it actually happens and when it is actually announced. And I think that they've probably already arrested some pretty big players. When is it going to be announced? That's the key. And I think it's going to be before the end of the month. And I think, the way this economy's going, the reset is going to come in the next couple of weeks. I mean, what are we, 10 days away from the end of the month? If the stock market tanks over the next 2 days, I wouldn't bet against it happening. I think that it puts us right on track with everything we've been talking about in the timetable. We'll see. Yeah, so the point, getting back to Ron Paul, you have to look at the big picture. Everybody start trying to look at this from a constitutional perspective. And you can't, because we're talking about the biggest event in human history, taking down this evil. We're in a state of emergency. I'm personally giving the president some latitude based on everything he's done up to this point, because I believe he's acting in the best interest of the American people. And what was in the best interest of American people was getting targets off the street. They didn't want to have full theaters and full sporting events and full churches to be targets for the sleeper cells that are out there waiting to be released. There's nowhere to release them right now. And as this is going on, I believe those sleeper cells are being rounded up. And the people who control those sleeper cells are being rounded up. So why are you attacking President Trump again? For shutting down the economy? It was a cover. It's been a cover the whole time. It was never a pandemic. Look at the mortality rate. It's 1/3 what the common flu is. They don't shut down the worldwide economy for the flu. And that's basically what they've just done. And I'm not, listen, it's part of the plan. But we need to be smarter than the bad guys. We can't attack the president for doing his job. And that's what's happening here. This is ignorance. And when this is analyzed after the fact, again, greatest accomplishment in human history, carried out right here in front of our eyes. We've been a part of it. Anybody who's contributed to this, social media and the fighting back, we're all a part of it, guys. History in the making. Another zero hedge headline. Oil settles at 37.63 negative. Negative 37.63. Never happened before. Oil producers will pay you $54 a barrel to take Texas Southern crude or sour crude. They'll pay you $54 a barrel to take it. They got nowhere to put it. Listen, when the 0 point energy is released, which I think is going to be within the year, the oil industry's done. This is just a precursor. Just think about that. When power is free, oil is dead. That's why they never released the technology, because the globalist and the oil industry was a big part of the globalist agenda. It's a big deal to them. It's huge. And they didn't want all those profits going down the drain if the 0 point energy device was released. They've been fighting forever to keep it suppressed and murdered several people to keep it suppressed. Yeah, the next problem, where do 100 million barrels go next month? This is just going to escalate. When is enough? What's going to be the final straw? It's coming any day. The final straw to break the camel's back is coming any day. Um, Very ugly setup as unemployment claims rise, missed mortgage payments soar. Again, I think don't worry too much about it. If you're having trouble paying your mortgage, President Trump, I do not believe, is going to allow Americans to lose their homes over this. I think that's where the reset's coming. He's just going to wipe everything clean. I wouldn't pay any bills I didn't have to pay right now. I would wait on everything I could. I wouldn't be worried about my credit rating because everything's going to change. If you have the funds, do what you want to do. But if things are tight, I wouldn't be making a mortgage payment. I'd put that money into physical silver or Litecoin, or both. You guys have to be your own judges of how you want to handle this. Anything you do is a gamble. You've got to consider that. You've got to look at this thing inside and out. You've got to use your critical thinking skills. But making a mortgage payment on a house you're going to own free and clear in a month or two, whatever you think, but $1,500 in physical silver and Litecoin, average mortgage payment. I mean, it's a lot more in California. That's a pretty good hit. You're talking what, 15 plus Litecoin? I mean, that's life changing. If you can, put 750 into Litecoin at today's prices, you're going to get 2 per 100, 2 plus actually. So you're probably talking, well, maybe close to 20 Litecoin is what you'd end up with for $750 today. And that's not counting your silver. To have 15 Litecoin in 5 years, you're never going to have to work another day in your life. And your kids' kids are never going to have to work another day in their lives. I mean, you can't go out and, you have to be thinking. And that's, I think, the other thing here is, remember, you're committed. When you take this information and you profit from it, God expects you to pay a portion of it forward. That's between you and God. There's no set tithing percentage for the way. You give what you feel like comfortable giving. I've committed to 50% of my profits. I'm giving away. Everybody has to be their own judge. But God's watching. Just remember that. And the more that you have, the more physical silver and Litecoin that you have, the more good you're going to be able to do with it. So think of it that way. We're going to build the foundation of God's church, the way, the church that Jesus taught 2,000 years ago, the purest form of religion in the world today. And the way will be ready to receive the 1.2 billion Catholics who are going to be looking for a new home this year. Because God's shown me the Catholic Church is coming down. The Pope's going to resign this year, and the Catholic Church is coming down from the inside. And that's going to leave 1.2 billion Catholics looking for a new home, looking for comfort, looking for answers. And we're going to be there for them. I just, Um, I cannot overstate the the what we're headed into, the changes that are coming to the world, and how brilliant our future looks. You know, greatest transfer of wealth in human history. That's how you open your conversations with people. How would you like to be a part of the greatest transfer of wealth in human history? Um, man's greatest age, man's greatest accomplishment, defeating this evil, 1,000 years of peace and prosperity. A world that I can't really put words to it. It's so fantastic. That's what we're headed for. There's no reason to fear, you know. And I, it's funny, you know. I talk to a lot of people every day, and it's funny how people are still nervous. You know, they're anxious. You know, they're going through a lot of anxiety, and there shouldn't be any, guys. I see nothing but a bright future for us, and the world that we have coming is beyond so good it's beyond description. I can't really come to words that illustrate what I see. Just like I keep saying, heaven on earth is the closest thing I can come. Um, and think about that instead of worrying about whatever you're worried about, because we can't control when the announcements are going to be made. We can only control what we do and how we act. And that's great. We do what we're supposed to do as watchmen. Red pill and prepare as many people as we can with whatever time we have left. And that's how we have to take this now, guys. It's the end. You know, days or weeks. And when I say the end, I'm talking about to me, the first finish line is the arrest of Obama or Clinton. That's the first one. Because then all of that, all those naysayers who nothing's ever going to happen, nobody big is ever going to be arrested, that goes out the window right away. That's why I think Obama might be the first one. And I think it's going to be before the end of the month, guys. And that changes the world immediately if it's announced. You know, it happening, if nobody knows about it, doesn't do us a lot of good, right? It's not going to change much. But him gone, Clinton gone, and all the criminals, the 160,000 criminals that kept this operation moving, this satanic pedophilia, this swamp, this deep state, gone. Gone before the election, I think. I don't see how we can go again. I think that's all in the timing of this. There's just too many things. President Trump can't leave the economy closed till the election. He just can't. I mean, that's going to really put us in a deep hole if they go that route. You know, I say he can't. I mean, he can do whatever he wants, actually. I just don't see him making that move because it would be so debilitating to our economy. And I don't think we don't need to do that. We need to buy a little bit of time for some cover, get people off the streets, get these people arrested. Then we reset the economy. The first finish line is Obama or Clinton being arrested. The second finish line is once we're into the recovery and we're rolling positive again. That's when we know it's all good. We just keep doing what we're doing. Keep working. It's coming. It's close, guys. Cherish this time. Look around. Pay attention to what's happening. You're going to be asked about this for the rest of your lives. Greatest time in history to be alive right now. Why anyone is nervous or afraid, there's no reason for it. D is wanting to know about POTUS mentioning commencement speech on June 13th. There could be something there. I'm not jumping on anything. Janet, how you do? How you doing, Matt? Deborah? Yeah, 1 by land, 2 by sea. We'll see. Yeah, we do have a constitution. But here's the thing, guys. We're in a national emergency. And in a national emergency, it suspends most of the Constitution. Brian, how you doing? It's going to be a great new world. That's right, Brian. Allison, how are you? We need to start focusing on the positive, guys. Get away from the fear. There's nothing to fear. Raylyn, how you doing? Governor of Michigan had a country club packed. It doesn't surprise me. Terry, how you doing? Oh, it's the angry citizens in the EU. They're big Q fans. Uh, don't have to buy a Volt. They'll trust me, guys. With 0 point energy, 95% of the population will be driving electric cars with 0 point energy. You know, even if it goes down to 50 cents a gallon, it's not free. Oil is done when this is over. I'm not saying there won't be combustion engine vehicles. You know, there'll be a lot of collectors. I will collect combustion engine vehicles, but it's not the future. There's going to be there. You know, it's gone as an industry for all practical at the scope that it's at now. It's going to be a fraction of what it is, just like the oil industry. They'll still make gas. They'll still produce oil, but it's going to be 90% less demand. Rich man's trick. Yeah, everybody's got to see that one. Rita hasn't paid mortgage in 3 months. I'm with you, Rita. Allie, how you doing? Rita got 20 ounces of silver today. Good job, Rita. Just the fact that she's able to get it at the price she's getting it at, take advantage. Be like Rita. Johnny, what's up? Timothy. Brian, what's up? Brian's saying most banks won't tell you this, but if you tell them you're off work because of COVID, they won't make you pay until it's over. Check that out. Is there a penalty for taking money out of Litecoin? No. Technically you're supposed to pay taxes on it, but there's no penalty. You got to pay a fee if you draw it or trade it or whatever. But it's, a couple of bucks. There's not going to be a war. Absolutely 100% not going to happen. There will not be a war between China and Russia. Listen, China can't afford a war with America. Think about what happens. Let's say we have a war with China and China wins the war. China just cut their own throat. China cannot survive without America as a strong, viable economy. And you can't have a strong, viable economy that was just crushed in a war. So it can't happen. Never going to happen. War is virtually over. When we get through this in the next few weeks, war is done because the people that have created every war of the last 300 years are going to be locked up or executed. Locked up for the rest of their lives or executed. Gone from the face of the earth, as far as we're concerned. But yeah, no war. Not going to be any nuclear exchanges. The UN's not going to invade us. Nobody's going to come and take your guns. Ignore the distractions. They're all distractions. And they're going to pull out the stops, guys. You're going to hear the craziest stuff you've ever heard the next few weeks. Ignore it unless you see something that's credible backing it up. You know, do your homework, do your research, use your critical thinking skills, question everything. Rebecca, how you doing? Cecil, what's up? Robert, Cecil, I need to talk to you. I'll try and get hold of you after the chat. Gary, what's up? Tina, what's up? Mike, what's up? Amanda's saying their small business received no assistance from the government. Skating rink is closed. Yeah, it looks like how it looks right now. Amanda's probably right. It's looking like they may 80% of the small businesses might not get a bailout here. Um, I don't think this is going to go past the first of next month. I think by next month we're open back up. You know, all you can do is hang on as long as you can and make sure you've got silver and Litecoin because that's going to be the saving grace when this is all over. Um, I think President Trump's going to step in pretty quick. We'll see. For now, we got to hang in the best we can, guys. Uh, the contact info for the Watchman Way it goes to the watchmenway.com, and there's actually a form you can fill out there on the on the watchmenway.com website. Buffy's got two movies, Rich Man's Trick and Out of the Shadows. Those are two movies that are videos every Watchman should see. Yeah, when Obama gets arrested, that changes everything. Yeah, Obama is nervous, man. They're all nervous. Listen, every single one of them know what's coming. They're all shaking in their boots right now. Yeah, I know, guys. I may switch things up a little bit. Again, yeah, it's it's a work in progress. Drain the swamp. That's right, Darren. Larry, what's up? Dorothy Lowe from uh, yeah, people are going to freak out when they see who's going down and the charges. Don't forget the charges. That's what's really going to freak them out. There's a good example of an answer on what Litecoin is. Kevin just gave to Lori. Yeah, I don't know that how the fees work. I think it's a might be a flat fee at Coinbase. I'm not sure. Susie, hello. Follow the plan. That's right, Cecil. Kathleen, how you doing? Uh, yeah, Kathleen's saying the deep state will maybe shoot up a mosque. I don't. I mean, it's possible. I, if they have no other targets, who knows? I wouldn't put it past them. I don't think it's going to accomplish anything. Timothy, what's up? John, what's up? John's talking about the billions-dollar lawsuit Germany filed against China. Good luck with that, guys. Listen, it's never going to get to court because before it happens, before it gets to court, there's going to be a reset declared. All this garbage is going to be wiped out. Everything gets wiped out. Tom, how you doing? 69 Nova, that would be a good one to have, Tina. Oil, dollar, and the CIA go hand in hand. Yeah, it was actually before Bush that started. At least Papa Bush, Bush 41. Roxanne's got her ledger ordered and silver and Litecoin bought. Good job, Roxanne. Deborah had a 67 GTO. It's a good one, Deborah. 4-speed, I hope. I think a 389 4-speed, if I remember correct. At least one of the engines. Well, America has the most powerful army in the world. Um, and we've got a lot of technology that I think most countries don't even realize we have. So it's all good, guys. Thank you, Terry. Yeah. We now have the best military overall, the best armed military, the best trained military, with, I think, a huge advantage when it comes to weapon systems. Again, I think thankfully to most of the technology that's we've reverse engineered or whatever. Lots coming out, guys. Well, the CIA, yeah, the CIA deep state. I mean, they're not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. There are deep state elements that aren't in the CIA, but as a rule of thumb, it's pretty true. Susie had to go to a small bank for the PPP loan. Gilbert, what's up? Barbara, hello. Yeah, there's a lot of businesses that aren't going to qualify for these loans, guys. And we just hope that they get enough Litecoin and silver that can get them through this. If this is going to have a pretty quick jump, I think, um, in the next few weeks, Litecoin and silver both, I think. Hopefully it comes quick enough to help some of these people. Yeah. They should pass the second wave, 250 billion. Yeah, you just got to get in there, guys. You got to fight for it. And like Susie said, it sounds like the smaller banks, the big ones, they could care less, right? They don't want to be involved in this. There's no money in it for them. It's going to take up a lot of their time. And it goes against what they're trying to do, right? They want this, they want to take down President Trump. They want to take us down. Scott, no, Scott, you can drive whatever you want. What I'm saying is most people in the world will be driving electric cars. I will personally be driving a combustion engine car for a long time, maybe the rest of my life. I don't like electric cars. I like combustion engine cars. You're going to be able to drive whatever you want, but when you look at, you can drive a car for pretty much free, or you're going to pay whatever it is for gas. I mean, most people are going to go electric. When you look at the price difference, when you look at everything, it's going to make more sense. They can't hide, though. These people, there's nowhere they can hide. Roxanne's going to open some bubbly when Obama goes down. It's going to be pretty quick. You better have it in the freezer, or excuse me, in the fridge. Chilling. Tana, how you doing? Guest speakers? Susie, you're trying to take over my program? Oh, Carrie's going to be executed. Don't worry about Carrie. Anybody of any power is going to be executed in the Obama administration for treason. Barbara, how you doing? Well, fixed income, guys, listen. $20 could change your life. Almost everybody could come up with $20. Buy $20 worth of Litecoin. If things are tight, get anything you can. A Litecoin is $40. So you're going to get half a Litecoin for 20, ballpark. That's over $1.5 million. Might be $2 million if you invest 20. Think about it. You'll have more retirement than most Americans do right now. Although it's never going to materialize, it'll be real. So anything you can put in Litecoin, even if it's $15 or $20, do it. You'll be amazed. If you can hold it for 5 years, you're going to be glad you did. Planes. Tiffany's asking about planes landing on the highways and mass shootings in Nova Scotia. I haven't heard anything about that yet, Tiffany. But trust me, if it's real, it'll be all over the news. Chad, how you doing? Yeah, Obama's brother doesn't like him. I don't think Kenya likes him. Chad, what's up? Buffy's husband had a 69 Roadrunner, another good one. My first car was a 56 Chevy. Two-door, 283 V8, 4-speed. Excuse me, 3-speed. Yeah, and then my next one was, I'd love to have the cars that I had as a kid. I had a 32 Plymouth Coupe, 39 Chevy Coupe, a 67 Chevy Impala SS with a 427 and 4-speed. I had a 65 Impala SS 327 4-speed. Yeah, I wish I had half of them back. Challenger, a 71 Challenger with a 383 4-speed. Yeah. Invest what you can, guys. That's how people with fixed incomes, just like anybody's going to make it. Extra food, extra water, medical supplies, ammo, physical silver, and Litecoin. And even if it's $30 or $40 in physical silver and Litecoin, it will make a difference. Whatever you can get. Joanne's asking about the amounts. I have 100% of my liquid assets in physical silver and Litecoin. You can't do any more than 100%, but I'm not going to lose a dime to the banks. I don't have to. So you be your own guides on how you want to proceed. Candace, what's up? My niece Danielle, what's up? Shootings in Texas yesterday. Police died. These are the kind of things we were expecting at the end, guys. You buy Litecoin at Gemini.com or Coinbase.com. If you're just starting the process and you do not have a major bank, in fact, anybody who's new should just do Gemini. Gemini.com to buy Litecoin. Some analysts believe Litecoin will be worth $3 million by 2024. That's $3 million a piece. Do the math. $3 million a piece. It's It's less than $41 today. There are only 84 million Litecoin in the world. About 64 million have already been sold. So on a planet with 7.5 billion people, there's approximately 20 million Litecoin left. I think 3 million is conservative in 4 years. I think Litecoin will, within 10 years, surpass Bitcoin's price. And by then, Bitcoin is going to be 10 to 15 million per. So, and God showed me physical silver and Litecoin. God said, what's been taken from us will be returned sevenfold. And most of that sevenfold returning is going to come through Litecoin. Dallas from Montana, how you doing? Yeah, thanks, Kevin, for everything you do. Kevin's been a big help, guys, for me especially. Taking a lot of pressure off me. Thanks, Kevin. They're the websites, guys. Gemini.com, Coinbase.com. Yeah, Kevin will post his number again. Oh, 702. I think I got it memorized. 702-325-9258. Ron finally got 1,000 in Litecoin, $200 in rounds. Okay. Yeah, keep going, Ron. Keep buying. Q's been busy, it sounds like. Yep, I got it right. 325-9258. Yep. That's super stroke powers right there. Amen, Kevin. Thanks, Brian. Joe, what you doing? How's it going? Joe's got his Litecoin and silver. Oh, Lisa just posted the link for the shooting in Canada. Tanya, how you doing? Dennis, what's up? Yeah, 12 dead in Canada. Yeah, so much for gun control, right? No coincidence. Everybody that's here is here for a reason. God wants you here for a reason. You're welcome, Jeannie. Oh, 1950 Merc. Nice car. Good job, Donna. Gary knows his engines. Oh, Wade, an Audi? Oh, no, Wade. Got to be American. That doesn't count. Audis don't count. Simona, how you doing? Glad you made it. Tiffany, hello. Darren has a 50 Merc. Wow. Deborah's GTO. Yeah, my 427 Chevy always won too. That was a good. That's my favorite car all time. You got it. Physical silver from SD Bullion. Buy it online. SD Bullion or JM Bullion. We'll post the websites. Or somebody put them up, please. There's a good one. A 67 RS Camaro 396. Those 396s were pretty quick too. JC had a 64 and a half, 2+2 Mustang with a 289 with two four barrels. That was a nice car. Why? How do we get on cars? Let's see. Donna purchased 500 in Litecoin. Good job, Donna. Justin, what's up? Yeah, yeah. Kim Clements, guys. He's him and Mark Taylor, two guys that have been pretty right on. And Mark Taylor and my messages that I've gotten from God are like perfect. I haven't seen anything Mark Taylor said that I don't agree with coming from God. And Kim Clements is pretty close too. I mean, he's got some great prophecies you should listen to. Hemi Roadrunner. That was a nice car. Yeah, nobody's going to mess with America, guys. Listen, the Army's only half of it. 320 million Americans with 500 million guns and billions of rounds of ammo. Who's going to do that? No one. No one will ever invade America. It's certain death. Becky, how you doing? Okay, guys, that's all the questions. Right on time. I think we finished at 6:01 yesterday too. Um, all right, guys, remember, you got to be positive out there. Very little time left. Days or weeks. Make the final pushes. What's the first question? How would you like to be a part of the greatest transfer of wealth in human history? Start out with that one and get them red pilled and prepared as quickly as you can. Every person matters. Every family matters. Every minute matters. Let's keep pushing till the end, guys. Our watchman prayer for God and country. Amen. We'll see you tomorrow night at 5 Pacific. God bless.